What's in your purse? When you go to grab your keys out of your purse, what comes out when you're digging around in there? I mostly am looking for my lip gloss. That's just me. Oh, I think I found them. No, oh, my granddaughter's Cheez-Its that she didn't want and she asked me to hold. Let's see. Oh, some crackers. And of course, that must-needed bag of crushed pretzels. I don't know about you, but I can't find my keys half the time. Here's the truth. You don't need a pantry purse. What you need to do is find food that actually fuels you and keeps you full. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Then you can ditch this big purse that's been weighing you down. All my keys are in here somewhere. They're buried under aisle 7. See, this is what we've been told. Snack all day, carry food everywhere you go because you never know when you might need it. But that didn't work for me at all because I wasn't really a snacker. But when I was told to be a snacker, then I felt obligated to be a snacker. So I actually learned that I needed to change that, and that's what I want to show you because there is a better way. So you too can take all of these snacks and get rid of them out of your life. But wait, I found one that I can't part with. It's okay. You can keep some. Have you ever been told that you needed to eat 6 times a day? That would mean that you'd need to eat 3 meals and 3 snacks. And that means you would have to carry around that pantry purse wherever you went to get all your snacks in for the day. Well, I used to be like that, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm Debbie, and welcome to Glow Beyond 50. I used to be what you would call a healthy snacker. I used to eat bananas and apples, a piece of cheese here and there, because that's what I thought would have been healthy. But even if you're a healthy snacker, I still felt bloated and dizzy at times and lightheaded. It was because I was constantly grazing on food and my blood sugar never had a chance to rest and relax. Well, here's what changed for me, and it was quite profound, really. So my son called me up one day and he told me that he had a revolutionary idea and that he thought that I should follow it. And so when your son suggests you something, you listen. So what he told me was that he had changed his diet. He used to be a vegan, and that was about 5 or 6 years worth. And he told me that he had switched to being a carnivore. Almost lost my mind because that is the absolute opposite of what he was. But when he sent me photo shots of himself, I could not deny what I saw. His hair grew back in, he looked stronger and healthier and muscular, and so I thought maybe I should take note and give it a try. Have you ever noticed that someone else's transformation can really poke at you? Well, I listened up and I wanted to change my diet because I was a sugaraholic. You know, cupcakes and ice cream, oh, I love them. And so I really needed to change because sugar was my addiction and my addiction was sugar and it was really my poison. And so I needed a great awakening, and so my son provided me with that. No, I didn't go carnivore. That was too much for me. I did a bunch of research and I looked up a lot of things, and I personally like vegetables, and so I needed to have a salad and a broccoli and that kind of thing. So I kept those in my diet, and I'm glad that I did. It was good to have a buddy, but when I started my first week, I was a grouch. My body was, where's the snacks? I want my snacks. I need that sugar. You're not giving me what I need. And have you ever felt that way when you start something and you only feel like you're sabotaging yourself and it's just never going to work? So here's the good news. After the first week, my body started settling in and I wasn't dizzy anymore and I didn't feel lightheaded, and for my family's benefit, I wasn't a grouch as much anymore, and I was taking electrolytes and that helped to regulate it out. But for the first time in years, I found that I wasn't chasing my blood sugar anymore. And so my body was relaxed. It wasn't craving. Ever noticed that the more you snack, the hungrier you seem to be? Well, that's because every time you take a bite of food, your digestive system has to start all over again, and it never gets a chance to relax because your blood sugar spikes and then drops, leaving you in the constant state of needing the next pick-me-up. And your insulin is the switch that tells your body whether to store fat or burn it, and it's stuck in the on position when you're constantly taking bites of food. Let me give you an analogy. Let's take a dishwasher. Okay, so you're running the dishwasher, and every 20 minutes you open the door and you stick in a new dirty fork. Well, your dishwasher would have to start the cycle all over again. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to get that fork clean, and they would have half-washed dishes. So your dishwasher is constantly running and overworked. Well, it's the same way with your food. If every bite you take is it like that fork you're putting into the dishwasher, you're having to run your digestive cycle all over again, and you're never getting it finished, and you're constantly digesting, and that's why you're bloated, and that's why you feel tired, and that's why your body is overworked and unsatisfied. So what is life like now with much fewer snacks, life without snacks? Well, what I did was I eliminated all snacks. I went cold turkey, and I had just ate 3 solid meals a day. And I started off making eggs, and really my first main meal was an omelet that I made with Gouda cheese and mushrooms. And oh, it was so good. And it lasted literally 4 hours for me, and I wasn't even hungry. Then I would have like a small piece of chicken and some cottage cheese for lunch. And then I would have a dinner with my family of maybe like meatballs or meatloaf. And, you know, I wasn't perfect in the beginning, so I'd have meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and some kind of vegetable. Then after I started doing that for quite a while, then I noticed that I really didn't need 3 meals anymore a day. And so I ate bigger ones, but I usually don't eat anything until about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I have coffee. Everybody should have coffee. And right now, because it's fall, I'm having a pumpkin spice. But now I know that I really only need 2 meals a day, and that makes me a happy camper. So I am no longer a snacker. Can you imagine? What if you went all day and didn't have that 3 p.m. sugar crash? You weren't reaching into your purse to grab some kind of snack out of there thinking, oh, it was really my Kiehl's lip gloss I was looking for. But in reality, you were really reaching for that snack. And maybe you were told that you should eat 6 meals a day, and that you feel bloated and exhausted, and you've been following that advice for your whole life. Well, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's the advice that's bad. Bottom line, ditch the pantry purse. Your purse deserves better than aisle 7. It deserves to go back to being a place where you find your keys every time, and your lip gloss too. I have a free guide for you, and it's on my website at glowbeyond50.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and come back and see us for the next video.